Okay, we'll go ahead and bring this Board of Works meeting to order. We both given a chance to review the minutes from the previous meeting held on February 18th.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as emailed.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. What did we decide on that control panel? Did we need to talk about that? Or we didn't need to? No.
I don't know if it needs brought up, that's not...
Because it was under...
That's under...
Yeah, let's skip it. Yeah.
I think it was just going to be...
A topic?
Just
Oh, yeah.
like notified that this is happening and that the district is contributing.
Carrie, that discussion over that control panel on 13th Street, we were just going to mention that it was an upgrade that we needed, and the regional sewer district decided to step in and help cover some of the costs for us. So we're sharing the cost with the sewer district. Okay. All right. And that was our share. Kevin G, do you want to talk about the grant you were looking at?
Hello. Hi. This is just one page out of a 33-page document that kind of covered the... We'd like to have all 33. I'll get it to you, Joe. This kind of covers the nuts and bolts of it. Before I start exploring a grant that involves additional manpower in the department, I wanted to discuss it here with you. This particular grant is not open yet. I'm anticipating that it opens in April. It's called the COPS grant. Last year, Wayne was able to have 10 officers on their department through it. I'm certainly not looking for that number. But it's a five-year implementation period. It can only be used for new hires. It can't be used to hire a laid-off person. Not that that applies to us. It can be utilized for SROs as well as road officers. And it would be a 75% match for the first 3 years, up to 125 total for those 3 years combined. So we would come very close to that at our wages. But then obviously after that 3 years, we would have to have a plan moving forward if we secured an officer or more than one officer.
Right.
And just because I would apply for this does not mean you would either. I'm just looking for permission to explore this and apply.
The 125 is the max they'll cover over 3 years. Am I reading that right?
Yeah.
That's what they'll cover?
Yeah. Up to 125 over a 3-year period. So they'll match 75% over 3 years. We would put in the other. That includes fringe benefits that it's in there.
So that's basically $40,000 a year. And that's not going to be 75% of an officer's salary and benefits.
40,000 a year?
Yeah, that's
for... Oh, but they would cover it.
Yeah, they're saying they only cover 125 over 3 years, which is 41 something a year. That's not 75%.
That's the salary.
It says salary and fringe benefits.
Okay.
The fringe benefits, though. Oh, yeah, okay.
Any additional costs, so... I'm just trying to do some math.
And it is a grant, right?
Well, when you take into consideration that starting salary is...
Through the
Now, what if you put this out and you get one officer?
second would be the 100 up to 125.
It would take that in 3 years.
Okay.
Per officer.
I'm saying. Yeah,
Okay.
they're not even close.
So, I mean, it doesn't sound like it's a bad idea.
Well, except for the fact that they're not even close. I mean,
It's about 40% of what it would take.
Yeah, they're covering 40% per year. Yeah, I mean, just saying salary and benefits to the $100,000, that's what it's gonna be. Add everything in.
Let's say you applied for this grant and you weren't able to hire anybody, would you still receive the money?
No.
No.
I believe you have to have someone hired within 36 months is what those, it's not on that one, but that was one of the earlier slides in that.
Right here, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will you just give it back if you get it, or is
Maybe
it
120, yeah.
I'm trying to understand.
Like I said, you have to show proof of the hire and like
Before
an
you get the
employment
money?
contract or
Within
sometimes,
36 months, someone has to be hired.
and you show proof of that, and then you would start receiving the grant funds that go towards covering that officer's pay.
I
But
think
it's only for 3 years. And then after that 3 years, that officer is still going to be there. So it's going to be up to the city to come up with the funding that had otherwise been affiliated with that,
Okay.
with that grant. So I think your request is to simply, can I pursue this?
Correct. I didn't want to just pursue it and then come before you guys and say, hey, I got this grant, I want to hire this. This is a one-off purchase, this is
Right.
beyond that.
So this is certainly a Board of Works and Council combined decision, so it's a personnel matter, so it's before Board of Works for consideration to see whether or not to take this initial first step. And then it would also be subject to council approval because there are potential funding issues and additional salary and budgetary concerns.
It wouldn't be council's approval until it was okay to hire
Right.
a cop, correct?
Exactly. Or if it's
He's just
council.
asking for permission now to go apply for a grant. That doesn't mean you have to hire someone,
Correct.
So
unless he has to have a
they're
letter
willing to
that
pay
goes with his
if it
grant.
was $55,000.
Yeah, I don't know what the initial grant, like if you have,
And that's
do you have to
salary
show
and benefits.
confirmation
It's all
from,
very new territory for me. I'm trying to learn as I go, so I don't know.
I don't mind him looking into it and seeing if he can get the grant. And you have 36 months, as long as we're not signing up when he goes apply for the grant that we're going to hire the
Right.
person.
Right.
No, I don't believe it's.
Because based on their numbers they're using, they're willing to pay for an officer that's $55,000. That's salary and benefits, which I can't imagine anybody paying that. Only that. So I think it's a great thing if we're definitely in the spot to add, then you're gonna get some of it paid for 3 years.
Is the fringe benefits, is that not, I don't know if that include insurance and that kind of stuff, or is that talking more about?
well, do you know what they,
It didn't break that down.
Yeah.
I interpreted
what
it
I'm-
as the retirement insurance. That's how I interpreted it.
Well, and that's what, just because the numbers don't
because
make
I
sense with
think
the
what,
full package. If they're talking about just your salary,
And your clothing allowance.
that kind of
I
stuff.
can forward that whole
Yeah.
document,
But yeah, I just
3 pages for everything.
I don't see any reason why he wouldn't at least pursue it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if we don't utilize it, then I wouldn't bring it before council.
Right.
So I'd make a motion to go ahead and pursue the grant.
Second.
Okay. Motion is second, more discussion? All in favor?
Right.
Opposed, same sign. Okay.
Aye.
Thanks.
Cops grant.
It's through the US DOJ. Is that still even is that a thing right now? I don't know if it is. Jeremy, crack sealing? And then street material bids.
Signed for our 25 crack sealing program. I emailed everyone copies of the quote. I definitely like to lay on the desk. But anyway, it's a continuation of 2016's quote due to the fact that we are taking advantage of participation with the rest of the county, with the rest of the municipalities like Vernon and the county and such on our program. I'd like to crack seal on 113,600 square yard of streets, which will be just a little shy of $50,000 paid out of the local road street fund. These streets would be, I've got the majority of them measured up and ready, but majority of these streets would be like the 3, 5, and 7 year payments that we've paved in the last 3, 5, and 7 years. Goes hand in hand with asset management plan that we followed for years. You're just protecting your investment.
Right. I'm looking at it right here, it's 44 cents per square yard. And not to, so you have it,
Not to
not to exceed 5,000, yeah.
So we're going to be right at that 50 range due to some other things that come out of Oak River Street.
Strange that they put that in square yards because it's lineal feet, which blows me away.
They put it in square yards ever since right after I started.
Okay.
Nobody wants to go around with the wheeling.
Oh, I'm just saying, I mean, okay.
Because I asked him the same thing, because you and I had that conversation a long time ago. What they do, though, is on a square yard,
How many cracks they have in a certain square yard, I get it.
It's all figured in, and if you get an extra street or two, you get an extra street.
Who's the contractor with it?
Famous one that we've had for quite some time. It's out of Bennington, Indiana.
And I think you said that we pair our use with Monroe and Bern or with other communities in the county, and that allows for some volume pricing discounts.
Yep. Bern's ready to go from last year and this year. They're going to do theirs for the month of March. They're hoping that they can get in and do ours. They were checking with the county the last time I talked to them, and also Geneva to see if they were going to do anything so they can do them all every year.
And I don't believe we're required to get separate quotes because it's the situation that there's substantial savings teaming up with the county and other municipalities.
Oh, so that we don't have to get separate quotes?
It's professional service.
It's a professional
Oh, it is
service.
professional
Evaluation of
Yeah.
2016's cost.
Okay.
That might be the only thing that's still carrying the same price from 2016. I can't imagine anything else.
I'd make a motion to accept the proposal.
Yeah.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, and then bids, street material bids.
So we got 5 total bids.
These are the asphalt and equipment.
So this is material and equipment.
Yes.
You just sign that, can't you? You usually just sign that.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long might they, how long cracks you when you do that? Not that big, maybe.
Probably,
Depends on how clean we have it before then. We tried to get the sweeper on them a couple times before they,
and this is just, there's various,
This is equipment.
Can I get a motion that that was publicized correctly, that the bids were...
Oh, I'll make a motion that the bids were publicized correctly.
Second.
motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. Yep.
anything else would just be equipment.
Okay.
So it should just be the bid form and probably a Form 96 and then some... Should be about it.
You tell me if you see the bid.
don't know. There's 496.
Is there a number on it?
That's what I'm missing, like the actual, like, he's got the exclusion affidavit, he's got the bids on, he's got, or not the bids on, but the bid form, but I'm not seeing the
There's no, the spec sheet's not in there either with the list?
But no.
It's an incomplete bid.
Who was that?
Bougainville. There's nothing. There's no numbers in there.
Put that back in there.
Yeah. So that,
Don't even read them if they're not.
I have to reject it for incomplete.
That is, where you can take it. Brooks.
There's probably not a total bid number,
You want this
but there
back?
should be a line item
have
on the spec sheet, yeah,
Yeah.
because it depends on what you order.
Street materials, equipment, and labor,
I'll let you know.
with various,
What's like the base number 5? Do you have that?
like base number 5 is, $73.
Okay. Surface
unit
number
price.
9.
75.
Okay. One's lower and one's higher. So we're gonna take it all under.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
So
still
this is
Brooks
from
too?
Brooks.
Okay.
That's Brooks. This is Wayne. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we usually just,
Brooks by Wayne?
Yeah.
we
I thought it was Milestone.
them all.
No, it's Brooks? Okay. Huh. What, Jack Walter signed that one?
This is Wayne Asphalt.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a little before that, but yeah. Brooks.
And then this one is from Wayne Asphalt, and you better be able to separate out pages faster. Yeah. And then this is for equipment and labor as well, and you've got base number 5 at $1, unit per price, or unit price, and then surface number 11 at 90.
These are all numbers you just use to get projects done, right?
Right.
Yeah, if you do a parking lot or something.
And then they have all of their labor, equipment, rental
Just
costs,
get quotes from them, just.
There's nobody here from
so.
them to write these down for competitive
And
bids.
you don't have to put
This
out.
one.
I'm not that worried about it.
Right.
All right.
I think normally we accept them all.
Yeah, I always make a motion to take them under advisement so we can look them over and
Right, you're gonna
make the best call.
anyways, I mean,
Best price.
And Fleming,
And timing,
the materials, equipment, and labor, but they don't have anything listed for like asphalt.
he's probably gonna do, did
They do not, so, yeah.
2s, 10s, 53s, and 73s? Is that all?
Who's it from?
This is Fleming.
Instant indicator, okay. Trucks, that means he's gonna haul it here too, right? Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
And then their equipment pricing.
right.
Stone Street. I'm guessing this is from Stone Street?
Yeah.
Now on those, were this, it's such a low amount, I don't know, did you require a bid bond on those? Because we,
I believe the ad required a bid bond.
because I know the last few times we did not do it on the stone, which if they did it, that's fine, because it was, we buy something.
Five big bond, and provide performance bonds.
They've got it on,
Okay.
they've got everything.
Let me see their number. Is that okay?
This one.
On their screen. Ones and twos, 14, 53, 73, 13, 75, number fours, 2010. All right. Is that it on the bids?
I just went up a little bit, haven't I?
Yeah. I'll make a motion that we take that under advisement.
So I will review them and get them back to Kevin and Dan. I will be at Purdue for the next meeting. So I'll just get you guys the results.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Fire contracts.
Fire contracts. Kevin, do you have those? Do you need Jeff up here?
So we got the remaining 2 fire contracts from the townships, one from St. Mary's Township and one from Union. The total for St. Mary's Township for 2025 is $11,934.23. And the total for Union Township for 2025 is $10,608.20.
How many cents, Kevin?
20.
That's Union.
That Union.
And that's set. How are those set?
It's a calculation, I think it's 6% of the fire's budget is how, and then based on their assessed value is how it's figured. We've had discussions that net needs refigured. A lot of things have changed. I think that's been the calculation since as far back as I can look.
Yeah.
So at least the 70s. In that same 6% of the budget, so.
Who sets the 6% of the budget?
It was set in the 70s.
Yeah,
By who?
that's the calculation they use to figure.
Who has the power?
We do, I think
We do.
we can set it. Yeah.
Yeah, so Union Township's $10,000 a year.
And these townships that pay, they're the only, like, does Preble Township pay because they have...
Yeah, that was last meeting, wasn't it?
No, it's, Root, Washington.
Groton, Washington was a lot. Preble doesn't because they have their own fire department.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't have your own, but...
Well, last meeting we accepted somebody's, wasn't that?
Root and Washington.
Yeah, yeah. And with Preble and Monroe, we have automatic aid agreements. So
Okay. So this is acceptable to you, Kevin?
Yep. Yeah, we signed the contract. They're more than sign and approve them. It's on our hands now to sign and
Okay.
approve.
So you need a motion for this and to have Dan sign it, is that the deal?
You all three have to sign.
Okay.
So just a motion.
I make a motion that we accept the fire contracts.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay. Okay, with this sign, then we have a letter of resignation from Greg Peterson. Down the street garage.
Okay.
He's actually on the water department, but at the street garage, yeah.
Was he, is he retiring or something?
He's taking a job with a chemical company or something in Fort Wayne, I think.
Okay.
Just,
Did you have an exit interview with him, Dan?
not yet.
Okay.
His last day was February 21st, so we need to make this a matter of record.
Make a motion to make it a matter of record.
So moved.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. And then, discussion over fire apparatus. Jeff, you want to come up? It's in the works. Huh? It's in the works.
I just wondered, Jan.
So roughly a year ago now, I was here and asked.
I'll get Barb's.
Set our aerial, excuse me, a new aerial. We have price, we have received the price. The thing is now, they're 4 years out. 4 years. So if we would sign today, it's still 4 years before we would receive it.
It's a long time to hold your breath.
Yeah. I
do have some other bad news. We had a DOT inspection on our oldest engine, which is a 2002. It has a frame issue, and if it does not pass the DOT inspection in the next, he's saying in the next 2 years, it will be pulled out of service. The frame is rusting to the point where it could break.
Which engine is that?
Pump 2, that was the truck, I'm trying to think how many years ago they had a catastrophic pump failure where it was like 50,000 to fix. It had leaked long enough on the frame that has caused an issue. Plus, it blew a seal out on our pressure side. So then those parts have been ordered, they will go out of service to get that fixed. Anywhere between 30 and 50 to fix that pump also on that truck. But that is, if you would order one of those today, it's up to 3 years to get that. But they have what they call spec trucks or line trucks. Excuse me, the first Monday of every month, they come out with a list. And we're talking Pierce because we're using Sourcewell, and they come out with a list. So this past Monday, they came out with 4 aerials, 2 of which would have basically met our specs. So we could end up and have that in
6 months?
6 to 8 months instead of 4 years. But by the time the salesman emailed me, all 4 were gone. They do also do the same spec truck for engines. I mean, that our oldest, that pump 2 is 25 years old now. So that would be our next one to be replaced. We've been in contact with Kevin, and he has some financials on it. So when we spec that aerial a year ago, I'm trying to think how much it went up because
It's about 300,000, 250,000
over a year.
So yeah, we've been talking about it for a while now, and we got some updated quotes from McQueen, the Pierce dealer. So an aerial is right around $2.7 million. An engine's about 1.1. So it's about 3.8 between the two. So we started this. We have some financing options. One or both are going to likely need finance. So I have some financing options that McQueen brought along with some banks and credit unions that they work with regularly. I have a meeting Thursday with First Bank of Bern to discuss their financing options, see what they have. That's who we all the city or council with, so give the local guys a shot. May contact a few other banks as well locally. Just see, basically what we're doing tonight is starting the discussion and getting everybody aware that this is something that is real and coming sooner than later. So starting the financing conversation to see where we stand, and then once I get some hard numbers there, we can come back and see what's realistic, what's not, what we can do right now, what may take different times. And Chief brought up the stock trucks. Some other communities they've identified a truck that they want, know that it may come off the stock line. They're able to contact McQueen and basically say, if you see one with this specs come off the line, grab it and we'll take it. The thing to be able to do that, and we'll talk about the council meeting too, when you get a resolution from council that basically says if it comes available, jump on it, rather than, because it's either that or put in an order and receive it in 4 years.
3 years, 4 years? Wow.
So just talking, it seems like the stock route, I'm not speaking out of turn, is kind of what we're shooting for, just so it's not a 4-year lead time.
So we have accessibility to a vehicle as soon as it becomes available.
Yeah.
This is a backup truck or a secondary truck, right?
This is for the aerial.
Both are front line, our aerial front line, and pump 2 is a front line. if we would remove that that could hurt our ISO rating to a reserve.
Then everybody's insurance goes up?
It could, and we're due this year for a new
Audit. So you pretty happy with the specs that Pierce writes? You pretty good with that? I mean, I've looked their trucks over. I think they're pretty.
Yeah, and
It's not like you want to jump brands.
all we can do is, everything is the same. So if it's the rev companies that build, if it's Pierce or whoever, they're still getting all the same, axles, transmissions, engines. We base everything off of workmanship. And you've seen the workmanship firsthand, where you shut a door and it doesn't ting, it thuds like a door should. I'll let you elaborate on that.
Well, there's a lot of difference. I went and saw 2 or 3 different trucks down there, and was it around Louisville?
Close to that,
Yeah, down around Louisville. I would recommend, I would make a motion that we take one off the stock line of Pierce. They're good.
Well, that's down the road a little bit as far as doing, it's just.
I think you just bring it to everyone's attention right now.
Yeah, once.
Oh, we don't have to
Yeah, once
make a
I get the
recommendation to
financing
council?
options, then we can see. like,
Is there any way we could go through like the state or anything to get
And that's
financing?
another option, is the Indiana Bond Bank, talking
Okay.
about them. So there's options out there, just gotta see what.
Okay, but you want to check with the locals first?
Yeah, give it a shot at least and see. I imagine it's gonna be similar to what we have already, but
Okay.
it's not a.
And I don't think we're in any place to make any decisions on expenses like this, and we have no idea what the tax cuts are gonna be.
Yeah, good point.
There's no way we can make that decision right now, not knowing what the future holds. So, I mean, that's still a month and a half away.
But are you asking for a recommendation to council from the,
Well, I just want to bring it up here because it's an equipment, so I think it'd be a Board of Works decision. The money being spent, whether we finance it or it's not, there's not a line item budget for that this year, so it'd have to be a council decision on whether to allocate any money towards it. So yeah, like I said, just starting the conversation so that way everybody's aware and it's not, hey, we need $3-4 million next week.
And he brought the truck rep in the other day and went through a bunch of scenarios, so we're just kind of getting the ball rolling,
okay.
see where we're at.
Yeah.
So we really don't have to make a decision this evening?
Yeah.
I don't believe so.
Informational, so you know, hey, it might come up and say, you just took the engine 2 out of service because of that issue, so. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Do you have anything else for Board of Works? Andy, do you have anything else? Anything else from the members?
For a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.